Hi friends, I'm here with another yoga offering. I'm in a new location today. I just tested positive for COVID, so I can't go over to the big beautiful common house that I usually shoot in. I'm here in my own home. So we're working with what we've got. For your practice, please go at your own pace. Rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things so that whatever you end up doing is working for you today. Let's begin sitting. If you have something you want to sit up on, you can grab it, a blanket or cushion or block, and come into a comfortable cross-legged position. And you can either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Start to slow down your breath. Feel where you are, where your body is touching the floor. Feel the movement of your breathing. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. So let's start by bringing the right arm up. We'll bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back, and as you do this, drop your rib cage, draw the belly in. Feel free to shift or move around. And then release, arm up, open it out, and take it across. Hook with the other arm, hug it in nice and close. And as you do this, draw back through your right shoulder so you're still square across your chest. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist, interlace fingers at your waist, pull your knuckles around towards the front, elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder, just putting a little movement in a place that may be creaky or tight. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. And then fold any amount, maybe just dropping your head, maybe coming part way or all the way to the floor. Reaching arms up and back away from you. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. Take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back. So trying to even out front and back of the torso so you're not overarching, but sitting nice and tall. Release arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in, close. As you do this, draw back through your shoulder. And then release, arm out, thumb points down, wrap it around behind your back. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, the way you don't normally cross. Elbows go towards one another. And then circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest, and then fold any amount. Let's release. Come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees. And then roll your way back up, still holding the knees. Pull the chest through. Come to an upper back arch. Try and keep the back of the neck long. And then round back. Bring your feet to the floor, hands behind the legs, and put a little pressure up on the backs of the legs to round even more, drawing back through the belly. Let's roll up from the base of the spine to arch back, but also lean back. If you need to come off what you're sitting on, feel free to do that. Abdominals engaging, supporting you here. We'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Now, exhale back, release your arms and come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. This last one, let's hold. Inhale, up, holding here, lifting up away from the sit bones. You can choose how much you lean back, how much you lift the chest. And then round back, holding here. So you can choose how low you go, working where it's needed, letting go, releasing what's not needed. And then come all the way up. Let's come forward into a high push-up position. Set your hands shoulder width apart. Step your feet back, bringing your whole body into a straight long line. Shift your weight forward and back, feeling how everything can move at once like a plank. And then shift your weight forward as you lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend. So this could be little baby cobra. You might come up higher. Feel how this is in your body now. What do you notice? And then back to down dog. Take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You might pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. And then drop your knees and let's sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog.
And walk your hands and feet towards one another. Let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Maybe take a sway or shake out here. What is there to let go of? Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Let's step up near the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Please take the time you need for all your transitions, and then when we rest in a shape that feels like a rest for you. So that could be down dog, but it could just as well be child's pose, sitting, some other neutral shape. One more deep breath here. Back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Reach it up and back. And take a big step forward, high lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing when you're ready, arms high. Hips sink low. Grab your left wrist, take it across, little side bend. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and the upper body releasing. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. So applying what you know, checking on the details you are aware of, and doing each pose to your fullest ability. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. That might be through a vinyasa. high to low push-up, up dog or cobra, to down dog, and it might be just stepping back or moving in some other way. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a couple times both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Reach it up. And then big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Settle in. Let's grab the right wrist, take it over, a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hips square. Reach that right leg as straight and long and high as you can. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One more breath. And then release. Make your way back to a good resting pose, coming through your movement transition. And then settle into some neutral shape. More important than the shape, come back to a quality of presence and ease. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. One more breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair. Utkatasana, hips low, head high, shoulders low, fingers high. Feel everything that's going up and down at once. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. You're welcome to modify or adjust in any way. Supporting leg can be bent or straight. You can choose your arm position. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one.
Let's take eagle arms. Right elbow on top of left. Lift the chest, still sink the hips, put a little pressure between the elbows like you're trying to pull them apart. And then shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot and step into eagle, Garudasana. Knee on top of knee. If you can, hook your ankle around your calf, do so. If it doesn't reach, just hug it in close. And then unwind. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. You might grab a block for your bottom hand, or bend your bottom leg, or both. Going towards a straight, long line from one arm to the other. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. Next inhale, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Modify or adjust however you need to. One more breath here. Step back, warrior 1. Eagle arms, left elbow on top this time. Pressure between the elbows. And then shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot, step into eagle. Last breath here. Unwind. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And go towards a straight, long line. And going towards balance, though that may include wobbling and falling, that's okay. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Letting go. One more deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. And then let's come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest as you open through the top shoulder. Come back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing, other side. Working palms towards the center of the chest. Last breath here. Come back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. And then fold forward, wrapping arms overhead. You're welcome to separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. If this is too tight for your shoulders, you could also separate your hands by holding something between them. And then release the arms all the way down. Let's lower the hips and come into a squat malasana. If your heels don't easily come to the floor, you could turn the toes out or widen your stance. Find to balance on the toes if that feels okay for you. You could also put a little support under your heels with a blanket or sit on a block. We're going to open up the knees using the elbows, roll the shoulders back and down, and work our root lock, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top, feeling the full length and space that your torso, your spine take up. And then release. Come back to a forward fold. Feet back to parallel. Any arm position here, any movement here. Let's take a little step back from the front of the mat to try crow, Bakasana. If you don't want to try crow, you can stay in your forward fold or come back to your squat. If you're trying crow, set your hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms. Shift your weight forward. More weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. If your feet become weightless, you might lift them up. Feeling where you are, wherever you are. Can you breathe deeply right where you are? When the pose feels complete, come down and release your wrists. That could be rubbing them, circling them, or taking stand hand, one hand at a time, sliding under the feet so the toes are up to the wrists. In a moment, we'll make our way back to down dog. If you want to take crow again and work on hopping out of crow, you're welcome. You could also just step back or take a regular vinyasa to get back. Finding your way to down dog, however you want to get there. From down dog, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into a twist here. Left elbow across. Working palms towards the center of the chest. You could also extend the arms. You could also do this as a low lunge and drop the back knee. So finding the variation of this that feels right for you right now. Last breath here. Release hands to the floor or to your blocks. I'm going to drop the back knee. If you want to pat it, you could. Either rolling up the side of your mat or putting a blanket under there. And let's come back for a hamstring stretch. You can inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back so you end up with hands right under shoulders as high as you need them. Hips above the back knee, going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. And if you want to go towards splits, Hanumanasana, you could slide the front heel forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and shift your weight forward, coming down to lizard pose. You could rest elbows on blocks or the floor. Feel free to adjust, shifting hips one way or another. If you do want to try adding a quad stretch to this, you could bend the back leg, reach back for it, and draw it in. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it and don't worry about it. And then release. Make your way back to down dog, however you want to get there. Taking your time through whatever movement transition you're choosing. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Come into a twist here. Right elbow across, or whatever you did on the other side, some variation that's similar. One more breath here. Release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee, take the hips back. Inch the front foot forward. Flex toes back, hamstring stretch. Going to your edge, not beyond it. If you did explore splits, Hanumanasana on the other side, you might try that again. And if you did slide forward, slide your way back. Bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, and then shift your weight forward. Lizard pose. Experimenting, exploring. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you can try that again now. And then make your way back to a good resting pose. Taking your time, feeling what you're doing. Your transition can be a time to even out the two sides. When you're ready, come all the way through to sitting and back onto your back. Bring your knees in and take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then let's drop the feet to the floor and get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down to lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. When the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And then when you feel like coming up again, come up again. Same thing, or any other back bend if you want to try something different. Take any arm or leg variation you know or want to try. Just listening to your body. And you can stay as long or short as you like in whatever you're doing. Each time the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And rest until you feel like coming up again. If you don't feel like coming up again, you can just enjoy the rest. And then move on to a counter stretch as you're ready. So I'll suggest happy baby, but you could do anything you wanted. Happy baby can be done in stillness or with a little rocking. You can keep your legs bent or straighten them one at a time or together. And then let's drop the feet to the floor and cross your right ankle above your left knee. Reach your hands through, grab the left leg and hug it in close, stretching the right outer hip. As you do this, can you drop your chin? Can you drop your shoulders so the whole backside is long and relaxed? To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your foot a few times, circle your ankle a couple times, and then release to switch sides. Cross the left ankle above your right knee, reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in close. To release, drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot. Circle your ankle. And then release this straight left leg all the way along the floor. Bring your right knee in and take your right knee across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. And then roll back onto your back, switching sides. Bring your left knee in, drop the right leg long, and then take your left knee across.
Come back onto your back, bring both knees in. Just check in with your body. What else is needed? Anything you need to do to feel complete in this practice? Any last pose or stretch or part of your body needing some attention? You can take your time. Eventually coming into a symmetrical, relaxed position. And feel free to adjust your clothing or grab any props so that you're as comfortable as you can be. Eventually settling into stillness and letting go of the control of your breath. You can slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles. Eventually stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I feel grateful for my yoga practice. I'm glad you're here with me. Have a good day.